Welcome to another 90s game Let's Play with narrator Antagonist the Third. And here we go. First I wanted to play the second game of this trilogy, but it would be rude if I would not play through the first game first. So let's play. The title comes later. Anyway, let's get introduced to the game with the Lord of the Lands. And ladies and gentlemen, this is brought to you by Patrick Stewart!
Not much is known of the beginning of the lands, for the chronicles do not extend much beyond the golden age of the ancients. The time before that we can only deduce from myths and legends. An accurate picture of the golden age has been left to us by the Dracoid chronicles. During this time, the chroniclers tell us, the ancients roamed the lands and held dominion over all. Powerful and seemingly invincible, the ancients provided a period of golden peace. There was no want, the peoples lived in harmony, for the ancients provided for all. But the ancients succumbed during the War of the Heretics, a war of terrible power and destructive will. Believed to have been initiated as a conflict between the most powerful ancients, it soon spread to all, and the entire race of supernormal beings was annihilated. After the fall of the Golden Age, the world was plunged into darkness. Uneducated and illiterate, the surviving populace in the lands soon reverted to their primitive states and lived isolated and obscure lives. The teachings of the ancients were soon forgotten, and the ancients themselves soon passed into myths and legends. But as time wore on, the species began expanding and exploring the world left to them. This was the time of the great travelers who wrote of strange lands and even stranger adventures. But the meeting of the new species was not always a peaceful one. History echoes with the battle cries and death screams from the racial wars. Violent uprisings spread across the lands as the inevitable conflict among cultures occurred. Lasting for nearly a millennium, the wars destroyed many cultures. Ultimately, acceptance of other cultures ended the wars, but not before much knowledge was lost. This era was the basis of the White Alliance, which was formed of the 4 ascendant races: humans, Dracoids, Huline, and Thomgod. This alliance established dominion over the lands, and a new era of peace was ushered in. But magic had been loosed in the lands during the wars, magic unhealthy and nefarious. It found a home with the Dark One, leader of the Dark Army. For the last 3 generations, the Dark Army has addressed its attention to the throne of Gladstone, a center for education and magic in the lands. The throne has been staunchly defended by the heroes of the lands and remains, to date, undefeated. Yet evil forces throughout the lands are gathering again, and the discovery of an ancient power may bring ruin to the Gladstone heirs and the White Alliance. The Droracle has seen this, and his sight is never disputed.
So the lands have an oracle called Droracle. Nice. But what is the story of the first game? We'll find out with the instructions.
Virgin Interactive Entertainment presents the Westwood Studios production of Lands of Lore, The Throne of Chaos.
My liege, it is as we feared. Scotia has uncovered the temple and will have the Nether Mask soon.
We must be ready for her. She will come here first.
But Richard, what worry have we here at Gladstone? Surely we can arrange a defense against any charades.
The mask is not a toy. The time has come, and I have no choice. I must destroy her now.
She will be so pleased.
What can be taking so long? I want it now!
Your Unholiness.
You will not make me wait again. Ah, it's a pretty little package. At last, Richard and his puny forces have met their match. Ah, I like this. Yes, this mask will serve me well. Beware, King Richard. You will pay for your lack of vision.
Man, what a mean witch! Let's start a new game and stop this madness.
I have need of a champion. Who among you will volunteer to serve me in this matter?
Yeah, let's choose our character. We have 4 that we can pick. The first one is the router, the fastest one, the strongest one, and the best mage in the entire game. So, let's listen to them and let them explain why we should pick.
Well, have you decided?
Yeah, please, let me take a moment. Oh, sorry, King Richard. Don't throw me in jail, alright? So let's listen to them.
I'm the most well-rounded champion for your cause. Face it, with all the dangers in the land, you need someone with my adaptability.
Well, most people say that Conrad has the most annoying voice of the entire game. But I don't think so. Picking him is like playing together with Silly Kozinic, which is nice because their voices seem to match very well. Anyway, this is not your time, Conrad. I picked you at the first run through the game in 1996. So, no, you not shall serve me. We have Kieran.
Strength. Magics. What good is it all if you can't dodge blows? I'm fast. Quick. Go with these lodestones if you plan to plod along. But if you want to win this quest, better pick me.
Well, Kieran, the Hullen, dodge blows. To be honest, you are very weak. And if you get hit, then you will die by 1 or 2 hits. So, this is not your time, Kieran. Maybe in my 4th play through this game in 5 years or so. Shall you serve me? No. Let's listen to Michael.
Let's not have any fooling around here. Strong is strong. Trust your instincts on this one. I'm the best fighter of the bunch. A natural.
Alright, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Mr. Universe. I don't pick you. I have picked you in my 2nd run through the game for 2 years ago. So, no, not this time. He's not very good in magic also. But if you level his magic skill up to level 2 or 3, then he has a lot of magic points, so he can throw out a lot of magic 1 or 2 spells, but not this time, sorry. And finally, the one that I always wanted to play is Axel, the mage.
Do my looks frighten you? Magic runs
A bit.
strong amongst my people. I may not seem as strong as the others, but I'm more adept with the magic of the lands.
Yeah, that's why I pick you, Mr. Dracoid. He has a very cool voice. And I think he fits perfectly to my cause. Magic! Shall you serve me? Yes, you should.
Excellent. Settle your affairs and attend me in the throne room for instructions.
Welcome to Gladstone Keep. King Richard awaits you in the throne room.
Thanks you, guard, but first, let's check the game controls. Monsters are on normal difficulty. Smooth scrolling is on. Floating cursor is off. Floating cursor would be, let me show you. Things like that for the controls, but I don't need this, so it's off. Then language is English. I could also have German or French subtitles, and text is off, which I will put on now so I have subtitles. And that's for this. And the audio controls, in which we reduce the MIDI music. Well, a lot of people always control the game with the directional buttons here, but it's something I don't want to do. So I found out you can control the character by pushing the directional buttons on the keypad as well. So I used the key mapper of DOSBox and assigned them to the usual WASD buttons to control my character. Well, you also can right click, left click on the portrait and see all the stats of the character. Hey, I've chosen French. Please, English. Thanks. Should be English again. Alright. And there we have some items like a sword that heals us up. We can use it by a right click. And that's our inventory, which we can browse. And let's begin. We have to meet in the throne room. Let's go. Locked. Maybe we can use the action screen here, and pushing on that button should open the door. And it really does. So we have to return to the throne room. But strangely, I don't know, man. We started the game in the throne room as we have picked our hero. So we went back to the exit of the castle only to return back to the throne room. This makes no sense to me at last. Anyway, where is the throne room? Tell me. Two guards. There must be the throne room.
His Royal Majesty awaits you in the throne room.
Yeah, thanks you. So, let's see what we have to do.
I tell you, we must march with whatever troops can be gathered locally.
Isn't Eric mustering his white army? Have we lost all confidence in our own military capabilities?
Eric is the finest commander in the kingdom, but he is a 5-day march from here.
As long as we have our own magic, I really don't see where we need more than the defenses we already have in place.
Scotia is not an adversary to be taken lightly. Arkshell. Because of the threat from Scotia, I have an urgent need for the Ruby of Truth. Please retrieve it from Roland's estate in the Southland and return it to Gladstone. Here is a key to my private library. Among the books, you will find a magic atlas that should be of assistance on your journey.
Come by my office before you leave the keep. I'll give you a writ that will identify you as being on official business for His Highness.
Alright. So, before we explore the castle, let's say goodbye for the first part of Let's Play Lands of Lore, brought to you by myself. See you in the next part. Bye.